Betsy, it used to be that the Democrats were the party of the working people, but somewhere along the line that got lost, didn't it?
Right now they sneer at working people and make fun of the work ethic. The only Democrat in the United States Senate who wants a work requirement before these so-called Biden bucks or checks, monthly checks, are sent out and becomes a permanent entitlement is Joe Manchin. He's holding out for that. The other Democrats say, oh, a work requirement for welfare? That's humiliating. That's toxic. That's a time tax on people who don't want to work. Well, I don't find working humiliating. You don't find it humiliating, Robert. You wouldn't be here, right?
Yeah, I showed up in studio.
Yeah, that's right. But here's I did the calculation, and here is the bitter truth. Under this bill, a parent with 2 kids could collect nationwide, this is the average, $31,000 in benefits, cash and non-cash benefits, just from Uncle Sam, the federal government, without doing any work at all. $31,000 a year, so why work? And you know, when I go to the store and I'm looking at the prices rise and figuring out what I can afford, I don't like the fact that somebody else doesn't want to work at all and just get it free.
Yeah, 31, by the way, 31K would be minimum wage. So if you work 40 hours a week, Hogan, the national average for minimum wage, which would average out to about $31,000 a year. There's also this, and I hadn't heard about this until just a couple of days ago, they're calling it an unrealized capital gains tax. We've got people from both sides of the aisle that watch this program every morning. I don't know anyone that would be behind this. Basically, if you own a stock, and the stock goes up in value, but you don't sell, there will still be a tax on it. If you own a home and you don't sell your home, but if you go to Zillow and your home increases in value year to year, you will be taxed on that. Hogan, that's crazy to me. I don't know if anyone's ever going to become a millionaire again with something like that.
No question. And these are issues, I think, that the American people are shocked by. And I'm glad that there are people in Congress who are looking at this wisely and saying, that's ridiculous. There's a question about the constitutionality of it as well. To try and take money from the American people on gains they've not yet realized is insane. And we need to do a lot better job on the right of focusing on the unrealized word, pointing out the fact that we don't have this money. This is just floating out in the ether, and you're still trying to tax it and take it.
It's not real.
And by the way, a lot of this would pay for this particular bill, which is absolutely ridiculous too. The whole thing is falling in on itself. And Mark pointed out something I thought that was, Betsy's article was flawless, but Mark pointed out something I think that is interesting about this argument, and that is, we keep hearing the momentum. It's getting close. We're gonna see this bill get voted on and passed. But when you take a look at what people disagree on, it's massive cornerstone chunks of this particular piece of legislation.
Good point.
And I don't know that they're going to have time to get those things figured out before they actually cast a vote.
Rob,
it's a sign of how weak Nancy Pelosi is that the Progressive Caucus, the real left wing in Congress, is not guaranteeing her that they're going to vote on anything till they see the actual text of the bill because they no longer trust her.
Mark, jump in.
I'm just going to say the Democrats are writing major tax policy with less care than you spend writing your Trader Joe's shopping list.
Very true. Trader Joe's. Yes, that's a very good point. Again, do we think there's a vote today, Mark? Tomorrow? Friday?
I don't think
Is it a Sunday vote?
I don't think they get it together today. But to go back to what Betsy just said, I think the White House and Nancy Pelosi would like an agreement in principle to be enough to allow there to be a vote on infrastructure, but the progressives don't seem to be going to that. So
it looks like the cost is under $2 million now.
It's the tail wagging the dog. It's the tail wagging the dog, though. They're trying to do the PR push to say it's successful and people want it when they don't have an agreement yet. We've not seen the text yet, trying to force the hand of those who may be on the fence, and I don't know that strategy is going to work.
Yeah.
It'll take at least 2 weeks to write the text, so they're going to miss their deadline. If they really need a final bill on reconciliation, they're going to miss the deadline.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.